Here's Obama saying that Democrats need to show up everywhere at a grassroots level. But the bottom line is you got to provide at least a proactive agenda, something that is aspirational and cohesive. There needs to be a nationalization of the election. And this election, this on-year election, was run as if it was an off-year election by Democrats. And they do the off-year elections wrong, too. You need a cohesive message so that everybody can run on that message down the ticket. And certainly, if you're a senator running for re-election, you can't argue that you're running because Donald Trump's a monster. That's not a winning strategy for you. It may be true that Donald Trump is a monster, but it's just not going to necessarily motivate people. Here's Obama, who, I mean, this guy's legacy, like we talk about day one, they're already working on every regulation passed in 2016, or I should say executive action regulation increase. And then they're just going to dismember any bit of the Obama presidency. Net neutrality. I mean, the list goes on. EPA regulations, DACA, DAPA. Here he is.
Values. So there are going to be a core set of values that shouldn't be up for debate, should be our North Star. But how we organize politically, I think, is something that we should spend some time thinking about. I believe that we have better ideas. But I also believe that good ideas don't matter if people don't hear them. And one of the issues that Democrats have to be clear on is that given population distribution across the country, we have to compete everywhere. We have to show up everywhere. We have to work at a grassroots level, something that's been a running thread in my career. I won Iowa not because the demographics dictated that I would win Iowa. It was because I spent 87 days going to every small town and fair and fish fry and VFW hall. And there were some counties where I might have lost, but maybe I lost by 20 points instead of 50 points. There's some counties maybe I won that people didn't expect because people had a chance to see you and listen to you and get a sense of who you stood for and who you were fighting for. And the challenge for a national party is how do you dig in there and create those kinds of structures so that people have a sense of what it is that you stand for.
Yeah. And as opposed to people projecting upon you what you stand for.
Here's Pharrell as a campaign strategy.
What was it?
I was joking with somebody how the last week of the campaign was like, I have no message on the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Pharrell.
Pharrell?
Here's Beyonce.
Right, exactly.
Yo, right. He just doesn't know who Pharrell is. I'm sorry. Beyonce. You know who Beyonce is.
Beyonce. I've definitely heard of her.
I think you would like Solange better, which is a good thing.
Nevertheless, there's Obama. I don't know if you could call that a dig. But I
dig-ish.
Dig-ish. Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.